Well, good evening and welcome to Mississippi Live Weather at 5. I'm meteorologist Caleb Edelblut, and it is Friday evening, which means you have made it to the weekend. Much deserved, well worked for. So we're going to cover everything you need to know as we get ready for those pesky rain chances, who all they'll affect, and who all will stay dry. So rain showers today only impacting a few of us, as most of us are staying dry, dealing with those toasty conditions outdoors. But that heat, it's going to continue to build throughout the rest of the weekend ahead, and especially into the work week. And of course, the new owner for local business. That's what our Gabe Maynor is going to be covering as we transition here. So let me go over to the wall as we cover some of our cameras really quick before continuing to impact North Mississippi. So let me go to the first one. Starkville, 91 degrees, feels like 100, 5-mile-per-hour winds out there, so still pretty warm and toasty out there in the Golden Triangle region. And continuing on here throughout our tour all across North Mississippi. In Shelby, 84 degrees, feels like 93, so again, feeling quite warm and toasty no matter where you are here in our viewing area. And as we continue, another look out here at Amory, more showers out east, but this camera facing more west because that's typically where we see those showers come from. 93 degrees, but feels like 106. So still feeling those triple digits. Thankfully not talking about heat advisories just quite yet here in North Mississippi, but unfortunately, that will become a part of the story as we get ready for the next work week. But let's focus on the weekend and, of course, the first 12 first. We're starting off in the low 90s by 6 o'clock, still feeling quite toastier than what those temperatures are outdoors. Cooling off towards the low 80s by 9, and a few showers and rumbles moving on out of our area. Thankfully, not dealing with anything intense. Most of those showers continue to stay further out east in Alabama. But mid-70s by midnight with those partly cloudy skies. That's going to continue all night long, and we're really not cooling off much further, still sticking around 75 degrees by the time you're waking up bright and early for your Saturday morning, if you choose to do so. But let's take a look at your Mama Justice Doppler radar. Again, most of us continue to stay dry. We have to play that Where's Waldo game again on trying to find some of these rain showers and just kind of maybe a few rumbles of thunder out there. You have to kind of zoom in, see a shower out here towards Marshall and Tippah County, affecting you guys out there in Lamar. Just some heavy downpours. But again, not much to track out here. Nothing intense. That continues to be a positive. There were no lightning strikes associated with that little downpour. Let's go out here towards Grenada County and out towards the Oxbury community. Again, just affecting a local community or city at a time. We're not talking about anything widespread whatsoever. Most of us continue to stay dry, but these rain chances, they're still on the table for a few of us. And when we're not dealing with the rain, you can definitely tell that heat is continuing to build. Take a look at that temperature change within the past 24 hours. So comparing at 5:04 today to 5:04 yesterday, most of us continue to warm up, and technically pretty significantly. I mean, plus 5 degrees in New Albany, Houston, Bruce, plus 6 in Grenada and Greenwood. But you can also tell where some of those rain showers have occurred out there in the southern portions of the Delta, -1 in Greenville, definitely a little bit further out east, but affecting you guys out there in our Alabama counties and a lot more significant further out there in the Alabama state. But we're just going to continue to build up with this heat, and that's pretty much the main story as we get ready for this weekend. Now, take a look at surface analysis. Again, we're not dealing with any weather makers here within our region. This has been a tropical disturbance and something that we've continued to monitor here in the past few days, which could be responsible for a few rain chances for us. But again, a little bit more impactful for you guys out there in the Florida Panhandle, and it'll continue to shift further and further west, trying to give us a chance at more rainfall heading into the week. Now, let's take a look at Futurecast. Again, maybe being a little bit too aggressive on these rain chances, especially with that intensity, but still trying to give you guys out there in the southern portions of the Delta some chances of some heavier rain showers later on this evening. But we're not talking about anything severe or intense. Even by the 6 o'clock broadcast, we could still be talking about a few showers moving through North Mississippi. And as they do so, we're going to eventually return back to those drier, partly cloudy conditions, and that's going to continue midnight and on throughout the rest of the overnight period in store. So again, copy and paste with these dry overnight periods ahead of us. And as we get ready for our Saturday morning, I mean, beautiful start to the day with partly cloudy and dry skies ahead. So let's take a look at the next 24. Again, we're starting off in the mid-70s by 6 o'clock, low 80s by 9, low 90s already by 12 o'clock tomorrow. And you guessed it, of course, we're still dealing with some afternoon showers and thunderstorms for your afternoon hours tomorrow, especially once we reach those peak heating afternoon hours of the day. But we're also not dealing with widespread coverage. It's only a select few, which of course will be well welcome to help cool us off. and then we'll start slowly all cooling off towards the low 80s by 9 o'clock tomorrow. But don't go anywhere. Coming up in 60 seconds, we have our Mississippi Live News, giving you the very latest with our meteorologist Gabe Maynor covering it, as the law bonds are enjoying a much-deserved vacation heading into the weekend and work week coming on up. So we'll give you the latest on news and, of course, your weekend rain changes. All that's coming up in the next minute.
I have been going to Tupelo Smiles my whole life. When I was a kid, I was unhappy about some uneven coloring on my teeth after getting my braces off, which at the time there really wasn't a fix. I was recently made aware of a solution that would totally fix it, which is exactly what we did. They not only heard my concerns, but they never stopped looking to solve my problem, and that's why I love Tupelo Smiles.
In 1998, we needed help with the loan. A friend of ours had been using First Choice Bank. First Choice had been helping us ever since.
We just love the service. The tellers are wonderful. They know our names. Why would we want to bank anywhere else?
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Mississippi Live News. I'm Gabe Maynor. I know, unfortunately, Emily is out today, but she's getting a well-deserved vacation. We're going to take our news over to Monroe County first. The Monroe County Sheriff's Department now has a partnership with ICE. Sheriff Kevin Crook told supervisors Monday that his department signed an agreement with the agency. Here's how it works. If someone booked into the Monroe County Detention Center is found to be in the country illegally, the county gets a payment. As we see here, the first one already happened. A Nettleton police arrest on a misdemeanor triggered a $137,000 payment. Crook says $100,000 will go toward vehicles, the rest towards equipment for task force officers. The sheriff says deputies are not actively hunting for illegal immigrants, just making the call when someone is already in custody. Northridge subdivision residents are dealing with brown water this week, and they want answers. It started with a fire hydrant flow test by Lee County Emergency Services. The test can kick up rust and sediment into the lines and turn water coming out of the tap brown. North Lee Water Association says they've flushed the lines and clarity should return soon. But folks that live there say the bigger problem is nobody warned them. The water manager says he didn't know about the test until 30 minutes before it started. One person says a simple text or email alert 24 to 48 hours ahead would go a long way. As for why the test happened, the county is trying to get the area graded by the Fire Rating Bureau. A better rating could mean lower insurance rates for homeowners. Read more in the Daily Journal. It's been a Tupelo staple for more than 100 years, and now it has new owners. And don't worry, its new owners are local. This is a look at Patrick Bland of Tupelo and the Bland family. They are the new owner of Weatheralls Incorporated Office Supply. You've probably seen the building right across from the arena. Weatheralls Incorporated opened in 1924, providing office supplies and furniture, school supplies, design services, and more to Northeast Mississippi. Bland bought the business from longtime owners Larry and Terry Stewart, who wanted to make sure the business stayed in local hands. And speaking of local fun matters. And we've got a little of everything going into this weekend. Let's go ahead and start up in Corinth. You might have heard this story a little bit earlier on Mississippi Live this week. An event that we previewed, police versus firefighters in a charity softball match. Gates open at 5, first pitch is at 6. The game benefits the Havas Kids organization. And up in Burnsville, shout out to the future in baseball. The 6U All-Star State Champs are back in town. Parade celebrating the Green Machine starts at 6 p.m. Now, if you've got old tires piling up, Columbus is the place to be. They're taking them off your hands. There are 6 locations across the city that will be available from 8 to 2 tomorrow. Here are the locations for the 6 dumpsters. There is one in each ward of the city. The city says this is a safe and free way of getting rid of your old tires and helping the environment. And last but not least, the Jeeps and Jams is happening in Farmington Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. This event helping cancer awareness. For more information on any of these events and much more, check out our Facebook page. Thank you so much for joining us for Mississippi Live News. I'm Gabe Maynor.
Hi, I'm Mississippi Live Chief Meteorologist Matt Lawpon. Reserve your St. Jude Dream Home giveaway ticket by July 31st, and you'll be eligible to win the house and the early bird prize, a $10,000 gift card to Brooks Grocery. Visit dreamhome.org to reserve your ticket for $100 and help St. Jude Children's Research Hospital continue its life-saving work. Then watch Mississippi Live on October 29th to see who wins the house and the other prizes. Reserve your ticket today.
Boys and Girls Club of North Mississippi presents Dance Like the Stars 2026, Saturday, August 8th at the Huntington Bank Arena. Floor seating is $50 and general admission seating is $20. All proceeds benefit the Boys and Girls Clubs of North Mississippi. For more information, visit bgcnms.org.
Right now, from the Mississippi Live Weather Center, here's meteorologist Caleb Edelblut.
Well, thanks for sticking here with us for Mississippi Live Weather at 5. Take a look at our evening planner. A few of us still dealing with maybe a few rumbles, but heavy downpours as we're continuing into the rest of our Friday night. Low 90s by 7 o'clock, still upper 70s finally by 10 o'clock. And only cooling off towards the mid-70s as we get ready for the overnight period ahead. Now, taking a look at those heat and seas as you're walking out of the door, getting ready for your Friday night and any evening plans you have, still quite toasty. Triple digits across most of North Mississippi, but you can see where some showers are having an impact, trying to cool a few of us off. But again, very few of us seeing the benefits of that rain-cooled relief. It'll take a little bit more for us to feel a little bit better as we get ready for the weekend ahead. Those heat values, ooh, they're not going anywhere. But taking a look at Futurecast, again, a little bit too aggressive with these rain chances, but it'll still be for you guys out there in the southern portions of the Delta. A lot more activity further out east, but getting close to the state line and affecting a few of our counties out there in Alabama. This is starting off around 5:30, and as we continue throughout the rest of our Friday evening, we're not talking about these rain chances for long, which can be a good thing for any outdoor plans you have to kick off the weekend. We're enjoying pretty much mostly dry skies by 8 o'clock later on tonight. This will continue throughout the 9 and 10 o'clock broadcasts. Even here, as you can see, at 10 o'clock, really not dealing with any showers. Maybe a rogue one out there just outside of Macon and Knoxville County. But we're finally back to those drier skies and honestly clearer skies for your overnight period. That's been the focus point or story every overnight period so far, and thankfully that will continue into the start of our weekend. Now, those low temperatures, these are a little bit warmer than what we've had to deal with the past few days, only cooling off towards the mid-70s all across North Mississippi. I mean, technically not too far off from our average, especially our 30-year average, 73 here in Tupelo, and we're coming in 74, so just a notch above, but definitely going to be a mild and warm start to your day tomorrow. So let's take a look at your Saturday. Again, we're starting off dry with those partly cloudy or completely sunny skies, depending where you are here in North Mississippi. A little bit cloudier out there for you guys out there in the Delta. And as we continue throughout the rest of our morning and continuing towards lunchtime, we're still dealing with mostly sunny and dry skies above. This is around 12 o'clock and continuing towards lunchtime. You guessed it. Once we get ready for the peak heating afternoon hours of the day, we reach that convective temperature where showers and thunderstorms are still on the table. Now, for most of us here in North Mississippi, not quite dealing with it, except if you're out there in Shelby and Cleveland, just crossing the Mississippi River. Those rain chances continue to be very prominent the further east you go. That's been the story today. It'll be the story tomorrow and unfortunately continuing into your Sunday as well. But again, they continue to grace by a few of our counties and our viewing area here in North Mississippi. This is around 3 o'clock. I'll even step out of the way so you can see how that thunderstorm out there in Shelby and Cleveland continues to evolve. By 4:30, it's just kind of sitting still, offering lots of heavy amounts of rainfall. Still seeing showers and thunderstorms further out east. And continuing here for North Mississippi, I mean, just not dealing with too much rainfall. We're still dealing with a few pesky showers, just very isolated in nature. This is around 6 o'clock tomorrow. Most of us will continue to stay dry, so if you're looking for a drier weekend, well, we'll enjoy it throughout most of our Saturday and Sunday. But if you're also looking for a few rogue showers, well, pay special attention to your city. You might be one of the lucky few that gets to deal with one. Now, those high temperatures, this is something that we're all going to have to deal with throughout the weekend and especially into the work week up ahead. Low to mid 90s for your highs, but what we really want to know how it's going to feel. And again, not quite talking about heat advisories just yet. Flirting with them out there in Clarksdale coming in at 106, but 103 Tunica, Cleveland 101 out there in Greenville. So rain change is really going to try to help you guys out, but still triple digits across most of North Mississippi, 105 coming out there in Amory and Monroe County. And these values they're just going to continue to build as we go throughout the weekend, which of course makes it for a perfect day to spend out by the pool. Take a look at your pool day forecast, sponsored by NNMSC. Upper 70s by 8 o'clock, low 90s by noon, and throughout the morning, lunchtime hours, early afternoon hours, that'll be the best time to get outside and enjoy some pool time. Once you make it into the afternoon, you're going to risk maybe hearing a few rumbles of thunder. Go inside, definitely don't want to risk anything, but let them move on through, and drier conditions, they'll be back before you know it as you get ready for your Saturday evening ahead. So let's take a look at that here on Futurecast. This is our strike model, still doing pretty good, offering limited rain chances, not being too overall aggressive for your Saturday. And we can still kind of see them bubble up throughout the evening, but thankfully, we're not talking about anything severe or intense. It seemed like last weekend, every single day we were talking about a severe weather threat affecting us. Not the case throughout the next few days ahead. So there is a positive with this forecast. Just have to deal with those temperatures and the heat as well. As we continue throughout our Sunday or early morning hours and our Saturday overnight period, we're still enjoying dry conditions. Maybe a few of us waking up to a few light showers as we're getting ready for our Sunday morning commute. But just to zoom this out so you can see the full picture on kind of what's going on a little bit further north, we are dealing with a very weak cold front, and kind of wrong to say cold front here in July. It's not really going to bring cold temperatures whatsoever. It's actually going to struggle to make its way into North Mississippi. Even by lunchtime, we're kind of seeing it right on the doorsteps. You can tell those rain chances a lot more prominent. Further out east you go towards Alabama, Georgia, especially Florida with that tropical disturbance. For us here in North Mississippi, not quite dealing with those rain chances just yet, especially by lunchtime. Now, as we get ready for the afternoon hours, we can definitely see that activity building up just a little bit more with that sunshine, that daytime heating continuing to build on up, reach the peak in the afternoon. And we can see pretty much just right across the state line, affecting a lot of you guys out there in Alabama. This is around 2:30, and that cold front just kind of graces by. So by 6 o'clock still, we're not talking about too many rain chances, but if we were to see this shift just a little bit further west, we could deal with a lot more rain chances on your Sunday as we're wrapping up the weekend. So they're still on the table, very limited in nature. As of right now, I'd say you have a better chance to see some rainfall on your Saturday compared to your Sunday, but we're going to keep a close eye on that cold front as it continues to sweep through North Mississippi, or kind of just the northern half. I mean, take a look, even by 9 o'clock, I mean, just heavy showers, almost just a county off from our viewing area. So very close to see some rainfall to help some of our plants and crops. Most of us are going to have to do the watering ourselves, but definitely something that we will continue monitoring for you guys as we get ready for the weekend, and especially the work week. We're going to be talking about hot temperatures, returning to drier conditions overnight yet again. Just another copy and paste of what you guys are used to. Now, those high temperatures, again, that is going to be the focus point for the forecast throughout the next few days ahead. Mid-90s for your highs. They'll continue to build even into your Monday. And those feels like values, triple digits pretty much everywhere here in North Mississippi. You guys out there in the Delta really starting to flirt with those heat advisories, could become a little bit more prominent and confident on those being issued for your Sunday afternoon, but especially heading into your Monday and Tuesday. So let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. Again, we're talking about those rain chances for your Saturday and Sunday, affecting a limited few of us here in North Mississippi. Mid-90s for your highs Saturday and Sunday, continuing to climb. 95 Monday, 97 Tuesday. So we're enjoying partly cloudy skies, hopefully trying to find some shade here in our viewing area. And then we can talk about a few more rain chances making their way back Wednesday, and hopefully starting to see a shift in the weather pattern that will help cool us off. But again, still talking about low 90s. So going to be very, very toasty here in North Mississippi, but we'll make sure to give you the most updated information here at Mississippi Live. We'll continue to be live later on this evening, so download the app here. The QR codes on your screen will take you to the App Store in order to do so, whether you have iOS or Android, and we'll make sure to provide the very latest for you here at Mississippi Live Weather. And no better way to access this information than with our scheduled broadcast throughout the day. Of course, we'll be live in the next 40 minutes for Mississippi Live at 6, and later on this evening at 9 and 10, giving you the most updated look at those rain chances, who all it could impact for your Saturday and Sunday. But arguably, we're taking a look at those temperatures, as that will have a big impact on any outdoor plans, events that you have this weekend, but definitely going into the work week ahead. So y'all continue to enjoy y'all's Friday evening. Y'all have worked hard to get here. Make sure to come back and tune in for the very latest. And thank you for supporting us here at Mississippi Live Weather.